Overkill, overdrive, overseas, overtime, high motor, Sarasota rolling, money on my mind.
You gotta look at yourself and reflect. You gotta look at yourself and believe.
Listen. Overkill, overdrive, overseas, overtime, high motor, Sarasota rolling, money on my mind. Yeah.
It's a journey, man. We all on it, y'all.
Listen.
You gotta believe.
Stepping over shit I used to trip on. Woke up in the morning, hit the mall and put that shit on. I done signed a deal for no meals, but I'm still on. Got enough to fill on. Got enough to chill on. My nigga said fuck the factory, put the wheels on. I be in the real zone, I be in the kill zone. She know she can't go nowhere with me with dirty heels on. Niggas on the gram lusting for all them red bones. Them that got their head gone, barely got their hat on. Straighter than a line, fishing greater every time. Elevator to the sky, out the cage, time to fly. Yo, you ain't gotta ask why. Overkill, overdrive, overseas, overtime, high motor, Sarasota rolling, money on my mind. Yo,
I ain't gonna steer you wrong, God.
yeah. Overkill, overdrive, overseas, overtime, high motor, Sarasota rolling, money on my mind. Yeah.
Believe in yourself, God.
Yeah. Yes.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
Yo, we back in the building, man. Another Friday edition of this Night and Day with MK. You already know who it is on the air, man. Mike King. I got my brother in here with me tonight, Money Red.
Yo, welcome to the world.
Yes, sir, we here, man. I appreciate you being up here with me, bro. You feel me?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, we always talk about the show, man, on the block, man. We always, politic about different things. So, pleasure of mine to have you up here, on the scene.
I appreciate it.
You feel me? See the location, see what we've been, rocking like for a minute now.
It's a vibe.
Most definitely, bro. I know you said your homie might be on the way a little bit later. Pull up on us and talk a little bit.
Oh yeah.
You've been trying to get him on the show for a minute, man. But schedule conflicts. But we'll see what happens.
Right, man. Yeah, man. He got a lot of insight on how things go out here in this world, man. I feel like he'll be good to give us some of his what he think about how everything is gonna transpire right now here.
Some food for thought, man. It's always good to have that, man. So again, man, it's been a lot going on this week in the world, locally, nationally, and like always, we touch base on a lot of different things, man, that I feel the people should, know about, different things that, cross paths around my, timeline scroll, whether it's on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, But yeah, man, a lot been going on in the world, and we always touch base on the current events, sport news, national news, politic news, so we always gonna touch base on everything we can to keep people up to date with what's going on out here. So we at Urban Drinkery. If you're ever in the city, you trying to get a drink, come catch a vibe.
It's a vibe, y'all.
Midtown St. Pete, 2184, man, 9th Avenue, man. Come pull up, man. Come, catch a vibe up here, man. It's good music, good drink, nice drink selections. It's always different events up here. It's a strong list of other radio hosts on Power Plug Radio who also film from up here. So, it's always something going on. If you're trying to, find out about it, you just got to tap into the right channels and you'll be led down the right path, man.
100. Yes,
100. So, we here tonight, man, Friday. First Friday was last weekend, bro. What you got into last week, man?
First Friday last week, man. I just relaxed, man. I
took it easy.
Yeah, I took it easy, man. I went hung out in Busch Gardens for the Christmas stuff they had, man, and just enjoyed time with the family.
Most definitely.
Just keeping everything. Glad to see the last month of the year.
Yeah,
we here, y'all. We done made it.
Mm-hmm.
God is good to us, man. And we just gonna keep going, y'all. Hopefully the new year bring special blessings and
to everybody,
and love to everybody. Absolutely.
So yeah, man. Last weekend was nice. I was actually in South Carolina with my family, man. My cousin graduated from the Marine boot camp.
Oh yeah, okay.
So we took a trip up there, man. Adams Run, South Carolina.
Adams Run.
That's why I stayed at. But the actual graduation was on Paris Island.
Paris Island. Okay.
Yeah, it's not too far from Hilton Head.
Okay.
So you got Hilton Head, Paris Island, and then I think it's Edisto Island.
Okay.
So Edisto Island was like 20 minutes from Adams Run.
Right.
And looking at the environment in Adams Run compared to what I'm used to, city vibes, it was real country.
Bigger, like way bigger than where we at, or smaller.
I can't really say in relation to size,
right.
but I want to say bigger because of the land size. You got more land up there.
Okay.
Houses are more separated. So
rural land, like you said.
Rural land.
Okay.
Rural land. No street lights.
No street lights.
No street lights. But the crazy part, it was like 25, 30 minutes from the beach.
Right.
So just like if you was imagine being on 54, if you take that straight away down to St. Pete Beach.
Yeah.
Bust that right at the Don Cesar, you on the beach.
You're on the beach.
So it's the same concept.
I get it.
In terms of staying straight, you'll be right on the beach, but you coming from country to beach. Mm-hmm. So I was intrigued at the number of African Americans that I saw, because this was my first time in South Carolina.
All right.
So I don't really know too much about the area.
Right.
It was like 45 minutes from Charleston.
Okay.
Overall, man, it was a good time. Something different, peaceful.
Something different. I would love to visit Carolina. I have a cousin that lives in Carolina, and I always tell him I'm coming to see him and everything, and I'm actually gonna go see him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just know it's different.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Everything is different outside of these limits. I want to see it.
Yeah, man, the world big, man. The best thing to do with your time, if you do have time, is see as much as you can. So.
Right.
Yeah, man, I don't recommend it to everybody because, again, it's like 30 miles to the closest McDonald's from where I was at.
Right.
So, I had to, stack up in the daytime, because after nighttime, I
it's
wasn't trying to
over.
come back out for real because it was too dark.
It's too dark.
No street lights.
And that's different. That has. We have to get used to something like that. We can't go around the corner and eat.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean? That's different.
I feel like the people in the country, they used to cooking.
They used to cooking.
They used to cooking. That's why they eat everything.
That's right.
Because food ain't close by. So you got to eat whatever come by.
Hey, grandma got to cook. My wife, somebody got to cook.
So I feel like that's where that comes from, man. But it's crazy, like in terms of the type of stuff that black culture has consumed over the years, and the origins of it and why. Because people in the country, they'll eat any animal.
They'll make a way. They'll make something.
Possum, all type of stuff.
Right. We stewing. They stewing.
Yeah. We not just eating the stuff because it's there. We used to being spoiled, going to get what we want to get.
That's the difference. That's the difference. When I go down south, I always tell you sometimes I go down south, I have a cousin living in Okeechobee. And to me, it's like when I go down there, it's like a million miles away from where we at, because he a straight country boy.
Right.
And he always telling me he ready to cook a whole hog on over the fireplace.
Right.
He ready to just do it, man. He want to take me hunting and
it's a different way of life, man.
It's a different world.
Different way of life, man. And they got different preferences of the way they want to do things, and they have different needs and wants than the normal person from the city would. So they might be used to a more simple way of living. They don't need the same type of material things that you might need in the city, because in the country ain't nobody, possibly nobody really judging you like that for certain small things that you might get judged on if you live in a bigger city, like what you got on or something like that.
Right.
In the country is more about what you got going, like what you doing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's a whole different approach to life.
So it's good to change up the pace sometimes, because you could be used to a certain how the hamster be on the wheel. You could be used to a certain spin on that wheel. You never step off that wheel, so you don't really know how to adjust when you step on a different platform.
Right.
But that wheel everybody on. Some people don't ever get off that wheel.
Some
they just
people
keep going.
never get off the wheel, and that makes a big difference in how the outcome of your life. You know what I mean? If you never ever get off that wheel, just imagine that, Mike. You never get off that wheel. We don't explore. We don't see nothing else.
You gotta take a minute to appreciate.
Yeah, me too, man.
Gotta take a minute to appreciate. But man, I seen you in the water one time, man. on a boat. It was on some parasail type of thing, man.
Yeah,
So
I was down there with him. But I was
that was Lake Okeechobee.
Lake Okeechobee. He got me on the lake, on the boat. You know what I mean, flying. You know what I mean, I was a little nervous, but I was flying. But, you know what I mean?
That was a different vibe for me. I ain't never really did that before.
I mean, it was different.
You know how to swim, right?
I know how to swim, but I don't want to swim in that lake. It's the lake. It's the biggest lake in Florida, but I think it might be the second biggest lake in the United States.
Yeah.
And it was full of alligators. So
that's crazy, man.
So I don't want to swim, man. So I would tell him that when I was on the boat. I'm like, cuz if something
your
go
legs
wrong,
in the water?
Huh?
Your legs was in the water?
No, my legs were no.
What you was sitting in?
Oh yeah, they got seats on the boat and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, we seats on the boat. In the boat, you know what I mean? It's like driving. It's almost like driving a car.
I'm thinking, you know how they got the string that be on the back of the boat and you pulling something. I'm thinking you on the thing that's being pulled.
Way, no. I was on the boat. I was on the boat. I was sitting. I made sure I was on that.
Okay. I'm thinking
I wasn't
you
even
in
playing.
the water.
And he asked me that I want a life jacket. I was like, cuz I ever hit this water, you already know ain't no need for a life jacket. You know what I mean? You talking about the big, by the Everglades,
right.
You talking the biggest gators in the world.
Right.
But I ain't seen no gators because you on a boat, man. Them boat, they gonna run away from the mold and everything. He always
definitely.
He wouldn't have had me out there if something was gonna happen, man. But it was just an experience, and life is worth living, y'all. We have to live life. We have to. We work hard, and me and my partners, man. We always say we work hard, man. We gotta enjoy life. I'm not working every day and I ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? I'm not
you gotta
around.
enjoy the fruits or find a way to.
Have to find a way to make your life mean something to you, man. Don't just work and get off work and go home and go to sleep and just get up and go to work. No, man. Enjoy life to the fullest because tomorrow is never promised.
Man, you only get one, man. And speaking of tomorrow not being promised, man, I saw a story on the news this week about black cemeteries and how development just goes on wherever the land is. But there's a building in Clearwater.
Right.
Frank Crump was the building that they were highlighting in this story, and the story was pretty much about the fact that this company was built on top of a cemetery.
Right.
And there was a group or a team of people who came in, to explore that thought, and they did find close to 300 remains, 300 spaces or plots.
Imagine that, bro. Imagine that, man. Imagine they didn't forgot about. Matter of fact,
they have forgotten about it.
We can't even say they forgot about it. They purposely,
and those people can't be identified. They purposely built over that. At the end of the day, I believe there was a plan that they were supposed to move the cemeteries to a different location,
right?
Before the actual construction started, but it seems like that plan, they never went through with that plan, so they went ahead and continued with the development process and built on top of the land.
How do you correct that mistake? That's like an incorrectable mistake. You cannot correct that. You can't correct that mistake.
You can't. And
I
I don't know if you heard of
sacred. That's
it's supposed to be. At the end of the day, I don't know if you heard of Lake Lanier in Atlanta. In Atlanta, Georgia, there's a lake called Lake Lanier, and they say that the lake is people say that the lake is haunted. It's a lot of stories attached to the lake in terms of things like that, ghost wise, bad things.
Wow.
But in terms of the origin of where those stories possibly may have came from, I was talking with a friend of my mother's who let me know that this lake allegedly was built on top of a town that was once a black town. Can't remember the name of this town,
right?
But in terms of what was there before this lake was there, a town, and they're saying that it was either destroyed in the sense that where everything just sunk down.
That's what I'm trying to say. So they did hold on. So they had the building. Is a lake there now?
Lake Lanier.
Lake Lanier. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna look that up and do some research on that.
Lake
Lanier. To replace the whole town with a lake, like you said, they had to remove everything. We don't know what happened. I'm just hypothetically speaking. to remove
It's a
all the
man-made lake.
So it's a man-made, exactly, a man-made lake. So a man-made lake, you can create that. You can get rid of everything. You can dig as deep as you need to dig, and it can fill up with water, y'all, and it can be there, and it's gonna continue to grow as time goes.
Right.
That's just evolution. But man, it's just amazing how I ain't gonna say they forget about us, but things like that happen to us.
They said that it was named after a poet named Sidney Lanier, and it was built and is operated by the U.S. Army Corporation of Engineers for flood control. And it says that its construction.
Ain't that interesting?
It said that its construction destroyed more than 50,000 acres of farmland and displaced more than 250 families, 15 businesses, and relocated.
How in the world did you get away with that? That's it.
The last part was relocated 20 cemeteries along with their corpses in the process.
Relocate
20 cemeteries.
20 cemeteries. You know how? So you mean to tell me they dug up everything that was down there and relocated allegedly? Exactly.
Allegedly.
See, that's the problem. They say they did something that they didn't do.
Allegedly.
Period. That's just that. I can imagine how many more if they really want to look.
Around the
they'll
world.
find
Facts.
of us,
Just think
bro.
about that, man.
Of us. It's us now, bro.
It says that the lake encompasses 38,000 acres.
You know how big that is? 30,000 acres.
Lake encompasses 38,000 acres.
If I'm not mistaken, I was just in Busch Gardens last weekend. I think they said that was like 89 acres. Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens 89 acres.
89 acres. How many acres you just said?
38,000.
You see what I'm trying to say?
38,000. And then to think, it destroyed more than 50 acres.
It's crazy.
So basically, with the 50 that we destroyed,
right,
on them 50 acres was farmland, families, businesses, 20 cemeteries.
No,
that town had a name, man. I can't remember that
respect.
name. And you see how they broke it down? It was a town there.
It was a town.
It was a town there.
But that goes to how many more other stores we have, how towns and like you say, in cemeteries and just our culture has been erased. I call that being erased.
That's a fact.
That's being erased right there
fact.
from time and history.
And then the fact that it's been erased, when we try to, rewrite it, or when we try to, uncover what was erased, it's frowned upon, or they try to, keep certain things from us.
Exactly.
So, it's a everyday struggle, man, when you really out here trying to know yourself.
Sure is, man. Everyday struggle.
Everyday struggle,
going.
man.
You have to keep going. You have to keep making sure you leave a mark on this world, man.
Right.
Because for some reason, man, they knew that mark was powerful. You know what I mean? They knew the strength you have. You know what I mean? Just within yourself and as a people, they knew.
Right.
So that always bothers me when I come across these stories and I read these stories.
And there's another cemetery around here that was allegedly for Confederate soldiers, Confederates.
Right.
But they showed the map, the aerial view. Imagine riding through a neighborhood and you got like a roundabout in the neighborhood.
Okay.
They built around it.
They built around it.
Yeah.
Oh, they were conscious enough to build around that.
Around it.
They built around. Y'all, is you listening to me, y'all? They built around that. See, this type of stuff that happened to us. You know what I mean? I have to repeat it. It happens to us. They built around that. Wow, I didn't know that.
Switching up the pace real brief, man. I know you might not be a fan. I'm not the biggest fan, but Cardi B.
Oh yeah.
Word on the street, she got her butt injections removed.
What? Didn't know that. Cardi what? Removed. She back to her natural. I wonder how did that work? Well, I guess your body is miraculous. So I wonder, does it just go back down to being a regular, or do you got to work at it? You got to work at getting rid of the extra. Cause I gotta imagine that your skin kind of stretches and everything. I wonder how that worked.
Listen, man, she originally got this done for $800 in the basement in 2014. Wow. Illegal silicone shots.
Wow. So it probably was very unhealthy. Whatever was going on was probably very dangerous in her body.
So she basically is quoted saying, if you're young, 19, 20, 21, and sometimes you're too skinny and you be like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough fat to put in my ass, so you resort to ass shots. Don't
do it. She's saying it.
She's saying don't do it. She's saying don't do it. So in August, she got surgery and it removed 95% of the biopolymers. Right. And if you don't know what those are the ass shots. So 95% of those were removed.
He just said 95%, so you can't get 100% of
Nah.
Go ahead.
Nah. So she said that a lot of people thought that when she gave birth that she got her body done.
Right.
But she actually,
did that. Yeah.
Did that.
And hopefully we wishing her the best with that, man, because she's trying to correct the mistake that is just trying to do things unnaturally. I guess I'm gonna just say it like that. Do things unnaturally. Just trying to make it happen quickly.
Yeah,
it was a mistake. You know what I mean? But wow.
K Michelle did the same thing not too long ago.
Right. I think I read that story. I heard that story. She did it.
So yeah, man, it's just crazy, man, that we even in them times, man, that's even possible.
That's even possible. I say the same thing.
Because at one point, it wasn't even a thought.
It wasn't even a thought.
It wasn't even a thought.
And now people want to go to Brazil and whatever they got to go to, man. And it's amazing what people would do.
You know of any men who got any surgery?
I do not. And I read something. I seen something online or something on social media.
Yeah.
I thought I seen some about they doing their stomachs and all that crazy stuff too now. But I don't doubt it. I see people they're doing the same thing. It's crazy, man, that people don't want to work to make it happen naturally. And I don't know, man. It's kind of scary to me, man. Like you said, you can do things instantly these days, but you just don't think about the long-term effects.
No, that's a fact. But in terms of surgery, plastic surgery has been around for a while.
So
we've always known about plastic surgery.
You're absolutely right.
So I don't know if it's in the same category.
Well, it may be, because plastic surgery, it may be. You actually can put it in that same category.
Possibly in the same category, because at one point we only looked at people who got plastic surgery.
Yeah, they mess with their face.
That was a white thing.
I know.
White people were the main ones getting plastic surgery, could afford to get it.
Could afford to get it. Now
you feel me? That's not something that black people even thinking about. I'm going to change this because I can.
Exactly. Until they start doing it. Like Mike, you know what I mean? God bless his soul, like Michael Jackson and people that like you say could afford it back then, and we just didn't.
And even then, it was just the nose.
It started with the nose.
Started with just the nose. They get the nose.
No, they didn't want to make. They wanted their chin ain't right, and they cheekbones.
It was mainly the nose, the cheeks, and the chin.
Yeah. So like you said, you made a good point, bro. It's been around for a long time.
And I will say the only time I mainly see it is in them older white actresses. Them white actresses be trying to keep it up, but sometimes it fuck them up.
Yeah, a friend of mine would tell me that like it's been going on. You like he said, telling me John Travolta. It's a lot of people, man. A lot of people that you just don't. You know what I mean, you don't realize they.
Because think about it, man. Their faces, their money maker.
That's their money maker.
That's their money maker, man. So they willing to go far as they can go to make sure they on point.
And like you said, they can afford. When people feel like when they can afford something, they can do it.
They can do it.
They can do it. It can be unhealthy.
But I feel like with that risk, you never really know what you're gonna come out looking like.
This is a question to you. What happened? That's not why Kanye mom.
She got some surgery done, man, and they're saying that after that surgery or during that surgery, some complications occurred, and she wasn't able to come back. But I did hear that it was some surgery involved, man.
Type of surgery. I'm gonna have to look at
it.
I like you say, man. 2022. It's a different world, man. It's a different world, you guys. It's a different world out here.
It is, man, and we living in it. So it's just like you either gonna continue to, go with the motions, or you gonna set a new standard.
And we just talked about, I guess Cardi and K Michelle I don't know what made him more conscious enough to try to reverse it.
They saying that Kanye's mother, she had liposuction, a tummy tuck, and a breast reduction. And she chose to recover at home following the procedure. And the autopsy report revealed that she experienced a sore throat, pain, and tightening in her chest before collapsing in the early evening the day after her cosmetic procedure. Wow. So it happened the day after. So, you know, you never know, man, but it's definitely a risk, man. And, you know, some doctors will not perform surgery if a person isn't already up to a certain standard of health, whether it be their weight, whether it be their blood levels or certain things like that. So you got some doctors who, you know, have some morals, doing things somewhat morally correct, and you got other doctors who don't care. You know, they're just looking to get the job done and get the money. But yeah, man, it's crazy out here. You know, the times that we living in, the type of you know, conclusions people will resort to solve what they consider a problem. You know, and then
Absolutely.
Speaking of you know, more problems that black people feel like they, you know, couldn't help solve correctly. You know, Deion Sanders.
Right.
You know,
right.
Speaking of black problems and speaking of Deion and how it relates, you know, you got a lot of black people who was happy about him going to Jackson State, Mississippi.
And then we got a lot of black people that wasn't happy, which I just don't understand how we can't be happy for this man. For first of all, for what he's done, what he did, he took a chance. I ain't gonna say he took a chance. He stepped out and went. Nobody. I really don't feel like people was with him when he decided to choose Jackson State.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, when he decided to go to HBCU, I heard people talking about why he didn't go to Florida State, why he didn't go to these bigger schools and start and try in. But when he came there, had so much success.
He came in, recruited the number one player in the nation. Number one player in the nation that chose to come to his school.
Exactly.
Them white schools, them Division I schools, those other coaches at those bigger programs knew that this was going to be a problem.
Right.
You know, in the long run, you know,
They
in
knew.
terms of, you know, a person with Deion's influence, you know, being able to get these young guys to come his way, opposed to them going their way, the way that it's always been, you know, because you got schools like Alabama who, you know, are great programs who attract great talent, but, you know, it's a lot of people on that roster who are good. So somebody who, you know, may have the same potential as the man above him won't get that same opportunity because the roster's too stacked. So when Deion announced that he is taking a job at Colorado University, now these college players, they have a thing that they're able to do called entering the transfer portal.
I'm just not getting familiar with the transfer portal.
So it's something new, but it exists, and now these college players have the ability to pretty much enter the portal if they're unhappy at their program and let pretty much other college coaches know that I'm looking to come to your school. Will you accept my transfer? And when Deion accepted that role at Colorado on the 3rd, the portal opened on the 5th. The portal opened on the 5th, the day before my mother's birthday. You know, happy belated birthday to my mother.
Absolutely.
You know, Travella Sparks, most definitely. The portal opened on December 5th. Alabama had 10 players announce they're ready to go.
10 players?
10 players from Alabama. 14 from Texas A&M, 8 from Clemson.
Wow. See the type of impact this man, bro. Let's give it this. Man, we gotta give a hand up for this man and have the type of impact he's made.
I don't know how many he gonna get of those people who said they want to transfer, but he has the ability to, you know, recruit all of these.
This is the type of impact. This is the type of impact we're talking about. He has made on of course on college football, but of course he's a legend already. But on college football, he has made this type of impact already. You know what I mean? Just for being at Jackson State and making a mark like he did at Jackson State. So you gotta imagine when he get out there in a bigger arena. I'm gonna say it like that, in a bigger arena. What he may be able to accomplish,
and that's what they're gonna see.
And I gotta feel like that's his mindset. You know what I mean? Yeah. You cannot keep this man in a small pond where he can get a bigger pond and make a bigger. You know what I mean?
End of the day, man been coaching his son since his son was in Little League.
Oh yeah, he been
son
doing
was
it.
in Little League. Now his son is a junior in college, and he is moving to where his son can I play at?
Exactly.
When he met the team, he told the team, where's Shador? Shador, stand up. This your quarterback.
It's your quarterback.
You feel me? He coming. And I got 10 more people coming.
He
and
coming.
they dogs and they ready to hunt.
If Dion, if you can hit me now, I'm saying it. I'm coming. I'm coming. Y'all.
Come on. I'm going.
coming.
You feel me? I'm Colorado
like
now.
That's right. That's right.
So at the end of the day, man, when you a college coach, the goal is to, make a program more prestigious than it already is before you got there,
and keep moving, man. Keep moving. Like he said in his address to the team, to his team, to Jackson State. Ain't no graveyard for coaches. You got you got to keep. You either move up or you get terminated.
Right. You either elevate or they terminate.
Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what he said. Exactly. Yeah. And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Facts.
That's the truth.
So he elevated. He did what he had to do in Mississippi, turned the program around, got some national attention on them. Now they're in a position to keep carrying that same torch that he lit for them.
Exactly.
While you got these black people who Dr. Umar went on the Breakfast Club yelling at the top of his lungs, pissed off at Charlemagne, who was, in support of Deion making that decision, while you got Umar saying that, Deion just fucked it up. Deion just took the, whatever it is, and took the rug from up under their feet.
Right.
Whatever opportunity that Jackson State once had, now that Deion's gone, Umar feel like it's gone, but that's not the case. At the end of the day,
not the case. And why Umar couldn't? I don't understand. I would love to talk to him because it's another brother, man. It's another one of us doing what he need to do.
Exactly.
He's sitting at the table. He's trying to get at the table.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To make changes everything, y'all. Changes everything. 2022.
And
you have to approach things with change.
You have to. And speaking of change, in terms of Deion, before Deion got there, the school was already underfunded. The school already was in whatever situation it was in before he got there. It's going to be in that same situation after he got there because people, alumni, whoever, aren't doing whatever they need to do to, get back.
Exactly.
But at the same time, it's not just on the people because the government also plays a role in, educations and university funding.
Right. We can't forget
I
that.
saw a form, not a form, but a list from Forbes this week of the top underfunded universities. And the number one underfunded university is North Carolina A&T.
A&T.
And the amount they're underfunded is almost $3 billion. Actually, $2.7 billion is the amount of money that they're underfunded. 2.7.
Wow.
2.7 billion.
Wow.
2.7 billion.
With the B.
It's three commas in the number, so I ain't tripping.
Exactly.
So the second school who is the most underfunded is Florida A&M.
Fam, y'all.
My school.
Fam, y'all.
1.9 billion.
Okay, they keeping us down, y'all.
$1.9 billion underfunded. Then you got Tennessee State University, who's also at 1.9 billion. In the full-time enrollment.
Y'all, we talking about billions, y'all. We ain't talking about millions, y'all. We talking about billions, y'all.
Look it up, man, if you're not, following me. But underfunded. Southern University and A&M College, 1.3 billion. Prairie View, 1 billion. West Virginia State University.
It's amazing. It's amazing this type of money that it's being left. It's being left out of the equation.
I ain't tripping. That's billion, right?
Yes, it is.
That's
yes,
billion.
it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's
2,
amazing. It's amazing.
I ain't tripping. It sounds crazy though.
Not tripping. It's amazing. It sounds amazing, crazy. But
facts, where's the money going?
At the end of the day,
where's
the money going? Where's the money going? Where's the money going? That's the biggest question that we can raise. Where's the money? The money's going somewhere, y'all, and we know that.
Speaking of where's the money going, you got people mad at Deion. You got people. We didn't even get to Brittany Griner, but since we on football, we gonna stick to football right now. But Brett Favre, I don't know if you.
Y'all see how fast that was in the news and out the news? There's a reason for that. It was in the news for about 2 days, and it was out the news.
in terms of where the money going. So if you're not hip to the situation with Brett Favre, man, it's crazy. So it's like welfare fraud.
Yep.
You know, it's a welfare fraud scandal. So at the end of the day, he was giving money that should have been allocated to welfare recipients.
Right. And mind you, a person of his stature should not. I don't know. I'm giving my opinion on this. It shouldn't even have anything to do with this here. This is my opinion. And how you have anything to do with this here? A person of your stature and a person with your financial stability. You know what I mean? I just don't understand it. But
what do you want the money for?
What do you want it for, bro?
You know what he wanted for? His daughter played volleyball, right?
Right.
So he wanted to use the money for a new volleyball facility for his daughter's team.
So you mean to tell me he didn't want to use the money that he probably could contribute himself in taxes? That he gonna have to pay in taxes anyway to do that.
Right.
So to me, this just seems like they're not exempt to getting out here. I mean, trying to, you know what I mean, make
Listen,
things
man, once you get away with it one time,
right,
you gonna think it's another way that you can get away with it again. So listen,
absolutely.
After Mississippi spent millions of dollars in welfare money on Brett Favre's what they call a pet project, which was a university volleyball arena, he tried 2 years later to get additional money for another sports facility.
Yo, this is an All-American, retired All-American Hall of Fame quarterback in the NFL, dog. I mean, from the NFL. And you cannot make me believe he need this money.
Listen, man, they got text messages in these court documents that were filed by the lawyers.
And mind you, this ain't on the news no more.
Nah, fam.
No more.
These court documents seek to show the governor, to show that the governor was willing to help Brett Favre raise private money for this facility.
Right.
Starting in 2017, and that
the governor.
These documents, these text messages are going to prove that the governor was aware.
Right.
And unaware for more than 2 years that the welfare money was going to the project.
Mind you, we haven't heard about this no more. I'm talking, there's no more coverage on it.
Same thing with the Jerry Jones situation. You saw LeBron in the interview where he was like, you know, I'm surprised y'all haven't asked me about that.
Right.
You know.
He was surprised.
You know. But in that situation, it's more of like I don't know what y'all expect Jerry Jones to do or say at this point. You know, he was however old he was when it happened, but, you know, call him out on it, make him, you know, stand on it. And I believe they did. I saw one interview where he talked about it. And I don't know what more we can do besides that.
Right.
But yeah, LeBron definitely made a point, but he tried to make that point to piggyback off the Kyrie shit. You know what I'm saying? He trying to clean up his face off the Kyrie shit.
He did.
And act like, you know, he on this side. So, you know, he doing whatever he need to do, man. Keeping shit political, man. Shout out to LeBron, but, you know, I prefer to just say less in these interviews, man.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, man, the Brittany Griner situation. You got people upset about that.
This is a whole nother. I was in my neighborhood. I was talking to a couple of friends. I don't know, you guys. I don't know if that was me or you. We got stopped at the airport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I don't know. She's a famous basketball player. I mean, I ain't gonna say famous, but she's very famous now.
Yeah.
But she's already famous, dog. She's already an athlete. Shout out to her. I mean, I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm absolutely glad she's back home with her family. But the world is so crazy and backwards.
You was talking about chess.
Yeah. I was talking about chess because Russia played chess. I mean, got some of the best chess players if you know about chess, and they played chess. Cause we wanted 2 for 1. They were like, no. We had to give up. And honestly, I feel like we gave up some. I mean, they knew it. They knew exactly what they wanted. They knew exactly what they wanted.
Brittany Griner going back to the basketball court,
and they used her as a pawn.
We
played chess.
The war room.
They used her as a pawn. Yes. Absolutely, they used her as the pawn they needed. You know what I mean? They used her as the pawn. They knew. They knew what was more important. And on that end,
they held out.
They won, and it's chess. It ain't checkers.
Cause we could have been did this deal. Cause they've been proposed this deal.
Absolutely,
they've been proposed it.
Absolutely, they've been.
You know, we finally just decided to come around and say, "Fuck it, we'll do it."
Absolutely,
but I don't know what held it up this long.
Absolutely, what held it up this long? Cause you know what I mean. We trying to do what we do. You know what I mean. We want what we want. You know what I mean. We wasn't playing. I guess we might have was playing chess.
I don't know what it was.
But it seemed like
I feel like we lost.
It seemed like we lost.
I feel like we lost.
It seemed like we lost.
You feel me? But I'm glad she's home though.
Absolutely.
But you know, I just don't know what outcome this would mean for us. Or again, they had him in there for a reason. Arms dealer. I watch a lot of movies, you know what I'm saying? Seen a couple movies about arms dealers. They seem like normal, nice guys.
Right.
When they showed the clip, I don't know if you seen the footage of them on the plane.
I seen a little bit of it.
Footage. He like a normal dude.
Like a normal guy.
You feel me? He just is man in the middle of whoever he knew.
It's something. It's something.
So at the end of the day, he knows who he knows, and now he's back out and he can use that intelligence again.
Exactly.
They still need arms dealt. That ain't never gonna.
It ain't gonna never stop. Somebody else doing it. Somebody else doing it. It ain't stop with him.
It ain't gonna stop.
It ain't stop with him. But I don't know. We talking about it. We shedding light on it. We're absolutely glad she's home.
Facts.
Absolutely glad she's home.
Facts.
And we just trying to shine a light on how absolutely things work in this world.
Facts.
If she wasn't a famous basketball player, would this have happened? If we didn't know who she was, would this have happened?
What's your thoughts on the comparison between the salaries between WNBA and NBA players?
The way the world works, the way the world works, professionals are professional. To me, is a professional. You know what I mean? If these girls play this game in a professional level, why? Just my opinion. Why they're not getting the money they deserve? You know what I mean? I don't know how. I do know how the world works.
I don't know how they calculate it. They say that they calculate it based off the the revenue that the league brings in.
Draw. I know the draw of people going to see him and everybody. People. I feel like if you got to put more money behind them, people will go see him more.
I don't know what's gonna make them more popular, bro. Right. They're professionals.
Right.
They play at a high level. They playing in a legit place.
Exactly.
I don't know what's gonna make them more marketable to get more people out there that want to see them.
Right.
I don't know.
That's a good question. Do you remember the way they marketed?
They must not be entertained.
Do you remember the way they marketed? I'm just gonna go back to this. Do you remember the way they marketed? When we were growing up, they marketed Mike, and they marketed Magic them to another degree.
Yeah, they marketing these dudes still.
But who are they marketing as a female in the WNBA to that degree? To that degree, though.
Man.
None. We have not seen nobody get marketed like they marketed those guys. So we know it's a double
and I feel
standard,
like
bro.
people spend marketing dollars. They invest those marketing dollars on those people because they know they're gonna get a return on that investment.
Exactly.
They ain't banking on nothing on these WNBA players.
Absolutely. So that may be answering our question right there.
It's unfortunate, man.
It's very unfortunate. Because
they say that the highest paid. I want to say the highest paid chick in the WNBA
ain't over 500,000. Maybe.
I wouldn't say that.
I may be wrong.
No, but you're right. The number was less than 500, but the number was also less than the amount of money that the mascot for the Denver Nuggets make.
Exactly.
That's
almost disgraceful. And that's almost disgraceful. But that's the world we live in.
But when you think about it, man, and you look at these contracts of these NBA players in comparison to these WNBA players, the boys making a lot of money.
Very much.
Speaking of basketball, I'm coaching basketball now.
Right.
8, 9-year-olds, St. Pete Youth Basketball League.
Shout out to you for doing that with the kids, man.
Something different for me, but we moving and grooving.
Absolutely.
Nice group of kids. I feel like we solid. We got our first game of the season tomorrow, and I brought it up because, on the game, I have to manage a team. I'm the general manager of the team on the game.
Absolutely.
So, in terms of salaries,
right.
I be looking at salaries and what players getting.
Right.
So, in terms of the way I run my team, I don't like to have more than 1 or 2 superstars on the team,
right?
Just so I'm not spending a lot of money on more than one player. So, I like to keep the budget low.
Right.
But at the same time, Damian Lillard is on my team right now in the game, and he getting $44 million this year.
Okay.
King is on the game. He getting 29.
Okay.
Everybody else is getting under $3 million. So even in the locker room,
doing the math.
Feel me?
Right.
3 lockers down, dude making $40 more million than me.
Right. That makes an impact on the morale of the team. Anybody.
Morale of the team. But some people frown at Dame Lillard for staying in Portland, even though he claimed he wanted to help. Right. But he getting all the money, so maybe they can't even afford to help. You feel me?
You see the math?
On the game,
you see how the math works?
On the game, my player had 1 year left on the contract.
Right.
I was hoping he was going to want to re-sign back to my team, but I let him hit the free agency and see what was available. And Portland is a team that offered him the 4-year, 120. So I was like, dang, I can go play with Dame. You feel me?
Right.
Dame don't got no help. Maybe that's why they want to bring him over there. But at the end of the day, in real life, Dame don't really got no help.
Right.
Still don't got no help.
Still don't have no help.
The Blazers may have an extra $30 million to pay somebody, but they ain't giving it to nobody. So that's why he over there by himself still. So
now you just really broke down how it really goes down.
That's why he's still over there still. So the way that, we got the game set up for tomorrow with the kids, in terms of the offense structure, the play call, you feel me? Right. All of my coaching knowledge is going to come from this video game. You feel me?
Right.
Because I don't just play online like everybody else play. A lot of niggas get 2K and they go straight to the my player mode. Right. Sometimes they spend their real life dollars to use on the game to get their player more skills instead of actually working with them, grinding them out.
Exactly. Instead of actually learning the game.
I don't play that mode.
That is 2022. People don't want to sit down and
They don't want to sit down and learn the game. They don't want to sit down and develop a team either.
Exactly.
You feel me? I don't play that mode. I play the mode where I control the whole team.
If you really put into what the game is trying to it can teach you.
You feel me?
It can teach you if you take
life application.
If you want to take your time and learn it. That's in any market out here. Anything you're trying to do.
So
we're
gonna
sit down and learn the game. You can do a lot of things out here, y'all.
So we're gonna see tomorrow how my video game coaching translates to real life. Because we won a jamboree. I wasn't there for the game. I was out of town, but my boy out of town tomorrow, so it's only gonna be me. Okay. So I feel like we had a solid week of practice. Right. Monday, Tuesday, we even got we actually practiced Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and tonight.
Okay.
We actually practiced 4 times this week, bro.
Preparation.
And what made me feel good about tonight was what we went over on Wednesday night, even though we skipped Thursday. Tonight, the person who I view as a team captain was able to retain that information that I gave him.
Exactly. See?
Made my coaching easier tonight because he was able to instruct the players where they were supposed to go because he remembered where they were supposed to go.
And that shows you in your coaching ability, you chose the general. If he did that, it shows you chose the general.
Right.
And so let's see.
So feel me? Based off the offense strategy, man, I feel like, I got some confident kids.
Absolutely.
I feel like, they got a little physical this week on defense, but that's only because we got a couple football players. And I feel like, they're so aggressive that it's physical.
Right.
So they just need to,
and they don't know any other way to you know what I mean, to do what they need to do.
I'm glad that I don't got no softies.
They ain't soft.
They're aggressive.
They ain't soft. We ain't gonna lie, y'all. We gonna talk. They ain't soft.
But I definitely had to tell them, we on the same team. Save that for the game.
Absolutely.
Save that aggression for the game.
Absolutely.
But yeah, man, solid support from the moms.
Right.
You know, they got the kids' names put on the back of the jerseys.
Right. Okay. A good, a good booster team. A good
nice
man.
little solid
a good
group of
foundation
moms.
around.
Yes, man.
Like I said again, shout out to you, man, for
Yeah.
taking the time to do that with the kids, man. That means a lot, man. Because you know we grew up, man, and people need men. I mean, kids need mentors, especially us boys, man. Especially the boys, and we just need mentors out here, man. More people want to take the time and do what they need to do to see the kids grow and nurture and become young men. And I mean, shout out to you, man. You know how I am.
Appreciate it, man. And then speaking on the music tip, bro, I've been releasing. I just drew. Dang, what is this? Today is the 9th. Today's the 9th.
Yeah.
On the 6th, I just put out PIXI 3. Put that out on my mom's birthday.
Shout out to my boy, man.
You know, another
album
solid project.
Album is fire, y'all. Go
Appreciate
get
it, bro.
Go listen.
The week before that, I put out an album on SoundCloud because I wasn't able to put it onto the bigger platforms because the beats are all industry beats. They're not original beats. They're not custom, so I can't put them up for sale.
Right.
So I did have the ability to put them on SoundCloud for promotional use only.
Right.
Called it Cruising USA. Really try to challenge myself on this, next round of recording. I'm up to 17. Okay. You know, so far of the 17, I put out 8. And then even before this batch of 17, I was up to 102. And of that 102, I probably put out, 30 or close to 30 or 40. But still working on, custom songs, original songs. But I've been challenging myself the past couple weeks working on these industry beats for promotional reasons, just to push myself. It's hard 'cause I don't really be doing features like that, but scissor t-shirt.
Right.
You're
very. I'm your guy. I'm here tonight, y'all, to tell you, man, how talented my guy is. Man, my guy is one of a kind, man. He is the man. And please listen to him and understand that. He come from a real place, y'all. He come from a real place. He come from the heart, man. And he fire. He fire,
y'all. Crazy, Mo. So, SZA, Drake, 21 Savage, Bobby Fishscale, Lil Yachty.
Do your thing, boy.
When they hear it, they're going to be like, damn.
Do your thing, boy.
It's the song. But he own a song,
right.
So it's like, damn, I don't know. That bitch
That's right.
But the shit sounds straight though.
That's right.
So it's gonna be like, damn. But yeah, I'm excited about that. But Jack Harlow, that I don't know if you know that Churchill down.
Yep.
Jack go first, then I go second, then Drake go.
Do you think, boy?
Roddy Ricch, G Herbo.
Yo, support my boy, man, Mike King, baby.
This shit crazy, man. And me and my engineer, we tried something different on this last session. He was like, shout out to my boy Jit, man, Emmett Walker, man, solid dude, been coming through for me, man. I appreciate you, bro, 100, bro. He asked me, do I want to take the booth out the studio? And I'm like, I don't know what difference it'll make because I've recorded in places where it wasn't an actual booth, more of like an open room, but I don't know what difference it'll make. But we recorded these last 3 songs just with the mic in the middle of the room, and it sounded the same to me. But he felt we should have been doing that. But he got a different ear. Okay, I told him he listened with a different ear. He got a more technical ear when it comes to, how he hear music. But, so far, man, great working relationship, man. Dude been, blessing me every time. These last 3 albums are the 3 most recent projects, but they're the projects that he engineered since I've been in his studio. And, when I uploaded them, these projects was the first time I didn't get the notification that the songs were low quality.
Oh yeah, see.
So he knows something. He knows something.
Nigga say he knows something. Okay,
but
I like that.
And then that's something else that me and him, we don't wrestle with it, but I wrestle with accepting how much time he wants to put into making sure that shit sound right.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just
that's what he do.
Because I'm not used to. I'm used to just getting it and going. You know what I'm saying? But he going to put that extra time in to make sure that shit sound right.
That's what he do though, right?
That's what he do.
That's what he do.
What he went to school for.
That's what he do, y'all. Hey, man.
These songs with these other artists, the hard part for him on these songs was listening to what the engineer did on their voice and knowing I got to go press that button to get your shit sounding close enough to they shit so it sound right. But in terms of being able to hear some shit and know, oh, they got that on it. Oh, I don't even know the right jargon or the right terminology, but end of the day, he know what he listening to enough to know how to make your shit sound just like that shit.
Okay, man. A man of his craft. A man of his
crazy,
craft.
bro.
We need that. We need that.
Was playing that Drake verse on the Churchill Downs, and he was like, he called Drake engineer a genius because he was like, see how it sound distorted? I was like, yeah, but no. But I heard a little bit. In the verse, Drake was rapping, and he said it sounded distorted, and then Drake had spit. Like an actual, like something was in his mouth when he was talking. Okay. And then it got clear again. As if the engineer did that on purpose. Like made it sound distorted, like something was in his mouth. Then when he spit, it got clear again.
Right.
But I wouldn't have peeped that shit. But he peeped that shit.
But he peeped it.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my boy Jit,
Shout
man.
out to him, man, for knowing his craft and doing his job, man.
Most definitely, man.
Absolutely.
Most definitely, man. So if you're in the city, man, you looking for, a new recording home, fuck with me, man. Type in, man. We can get you some quality sound, for a decent price. Whether I'm the one engineering you or Jit the one engineering you, the shit finna come out glass. So, if you're trying to, get right with some good brothers, man, link up, man. But Money Red, man, this was a beautiful episode, man. I appreciate you coming through,
man,
bro.
100, y'all. I love my boy, man. He's a phenomenal MC, y'all. Support my man Mike King, y'all. Hey, man, hey, happy to be here, y'all.
Yes,
I'll be back, man. I'll be back. Man,
Most
one love, baby.
But yeah, man, until next time, man, y'all be safe out there. Night and day with MK, Power Plug Radio, Urban Drinkery. You already know we at with it, man. One love.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
The way the numbers sit, the way the diamonds sit,
You heating
all
up,
that
Lavis?
shit. It's a real thing when I keep, saying that shit, but I can't stress it enough. Yo.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.
Yo. Time ticking. We can't stop that shit. I got the floor now, let me pop my shit. Used to have 4 chains till I pop my shit. On the phone with my niggas talking partnership. All the space is gone, still park my shit. Every day I'm thinking different on some art type shit. I compartmentalize and I archive shit. Post a picture, give a fuck how many hearts I get. Yeah, Lord, forgive me for all the hearts I split. Emotionless, but never on no dark side shit. Nowadays I'm in the Benz on the Parkside Strip. These pictures that I paint, in the frames they fit. From the cup that I drink, I'll give you a sip. It's a movie, but everybody ain't making the clips. I grind like Pharrell when he was thinking the clips. I shine like a diamond on the top of a cliff. It's mine, yeah, it's mine, yeah. Take the world by storm, cool, collected, and calm, yeah. About to drop like a bomb, yeah. Better set the alarm, yeah.